Who's that? Matsumoto gestured to a man in form-fitting scarlet, his face masked, a knife in his belt, who slipped quietly between people, indisposed to hinder him. Assassin's Guild, though mostly they hire out to do burglaries and beatings. The commoners aren't robots. We encourage free enterprise. They're not allowed firearms, so it's safe enough and keeps the others amused. Divided, you mean, said Langley. And this concludes another chapter of The Long Way Home by Flannery O'Connor. Perhaps we'll continue that next week. In the meantime, welcome to another Purblind Gamer stream. I am, of course, your host, Purblind Gamer. And I hope everybody's having a good weekend, though the weekend is almost over. Hey, Dangerous Dave, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. How are you doing? Hope your Sunday is going well. Yeah, as I know I've mentioned before, it's my last few days back home in Virginia, so I'll be making the most of it. Seeing family, seeing friends, working remotely, the usual. Hiding from the freaking wintry weather. It got down to 8 degrees the other night, Fahrenheit. Like, seriously, who does that? Oh, it's Monday evening for you guys. Wow. I think it's very late Sunday night for us. Yeah, time loses meaning eventually. But, I hope, yeah. Oh, and I wanted to thank everybody who came out to my last couple of streams. It was, yeah, Hercules, and what did we, oh, Mr. Hop's Playhouse. Yeah. Mr. Hop's Playhouse was quite a fun, spooky game about giant demon rabbits. And Hercules was, well, also involved demons and the underworld. I'm noticing a theme here. Yeah, Dangerous Dave. 8 degrees is colder than I would like, but whoever decided on the weather didn't ask me. Since I have limited time back home with my collection of games, and don't worry, I'll stash a whole bunch on my hard drive so that I can play them over the coming months, I figured I should do another real hardware stream. Yes, I promised for months that I would do a stream of Streets of Rage 2 and 1 with my baby sister. Well, that's what I'm doing now, except, of course, that my baby sister has declined to appear on stream, something about not trusting the world in general. And also, except for the fact that Streets of Rage 1 is the only Sega Genesis game I own that I do not currently know the whereabouts of. I blame the borrowers. So, yeah, I searched this house and, God, maybe the rats got into it. Do rats steal Sega Genesis games? I don't even know. I'm playing on a actual Sega Genesis, Dangerous Dave, Model 2 actually. I got some years ago when my original Model 1 gave out. Well, I think it just needs a repair, but who does that these days? Yeah, I grew up with a Sega Genesis, so. And since I promised you guys a Streets of Rage 2 stream with another game, I will play Streets of Rage 2, which is one of the greatest beat-em-ups ever released on a console, let's be real. But first I will play that unreleased classic called Stone Protectors. Yeah. Why was it unreleased? Maybe because it's not good. Oh yeah, the Mega Drive. Right, it was the Genesis here and Mega Drive in probably Europe, Japan, Australia. Probably everywhere except America and Canada. Yeah. We just have to be different. So, for this stream, I'm doing the same thing I did for the Lethal Enforcers 2 arcade machine stream. I have a complex network of webcams set up. Well, maybe just 2. And so I'll be capturing the screen through that. But I got this nifty device called the LevelHike cable. And if you're a fan of retro games, I would recommend this. The LevelHike lets you hook up the Sega Genesis to modern TVs that don't have like RF or color stream or anything except HDMI and USB. Seriously, whoever designed this big screen TV was a slacker. But that happens. Technology changes. But it is neat to be able to play Genesis games on a big screen TV, and maybe they look clearer than they did on the old TVs. I wouldn't presume to know. I think that's all the important stuff. If there are any announcements, I can save them for later. So, I'll get in position here. I'm kind of cramped. If I back up too much, I'll hit the thing that's rigged up to hold the webcam capturing the TV, and then it won't be centered. This is probably not how professional streamers do it, but I'm a professional streamer and I do it this way, so I guess it is. Who knows? No signal. Hey, that's one of my favorite Genesis games. So those of you who don't remember, the Stone Protectors was a line of toys about basically a rock band who got turned into incredibly cool and hip fighters by magic gemstones, and then punched vaguely trolled dinosaur enemies. And they made a TV series out of it, because all the good early 90s toys got a TV series. And then they made a Sega Genesis game of it. And this beat-em-up was not released. But, of course, somebody got their hands on a ROM, and someone put the ROM on a cartridge, and then it got sold at conventions. And, yeah, I bought a copy for very little. God, what fresh hell. It is monstrous television pulling. There. Yeah, like fun it's produced under a license by Sega. Now let me know how the sound is. I'm using the same microphone to capture myself and the TV.
Streamer streaming game.
Actually looks pretty cool.
Streamer, you must pause my stream. Streamer got a raid. Here's a raider leading
hey.
raiders. Welcome raider, welcome raiders. Are the raiders
Breezus
alligators?
Studios.
Raider, grapple.
Welcome in. How are you doing, Breezus? Oops. Hold on, let me just... Hey, thank you so much for the raid. We just started. Hey, and you guys should check out Breezus, who's... This is a really fun stream. It's a nice and chill place to hang out. I often lurk there. And thanks. Good to see you too. And yeah, what were you playing tonight? Was it more Outer Wilds? I know you've been working on that for a while. And for those of you chaps who don't know me, I'm Purblind Gamer. I'm a legally blind retro and variety streamer who tends to specialize more in horror games, but tonight we're doing something unusual and playing Sega Genesis games on real hardware. We've got the 2 beat-em-ups lined up, the unreleased Stone Protectors and the classic Streets of Rage 2. So yeah, I got started on stream terribly late, so we were just getting started when you all came in. I grew up with a Sega Genesis. Oh, nice. Stream catching up and chatting. Yeah, that's fun. Sometimes it's unavoidable getting started late. And, yeah. Victo Kai. I think they're the ones who made that bump and jump game for the arcades. This is the Stone Protectors. It's based on a line of toys and TV series. There it is, Zoc. The Crystal Palace of Mithrandia. We will soon have it in the palm of our hands. It will be ours. Mine, Zink. It will be mine. Zoc's army has breached our defenses, Princess Opal. Perhaps we should abandon the palace. No, at least not until I know the Great Crystal is safe. If Zoc gets his hands on it, there will be no stopping him. Oh, congrats on beating Outer Wilds. I know, that's a long game, with all the DLC and stuff, too. The palace defenses are crumbling under my power. Soon the Great Crystal of Mithrandia will be mine. Forward, Saurians, to the Crystal Chamber. Please, please, hold Zoc long enough for me to summon the power of the Great Crystal. Oh, my pleasure. I appreciate you bringing your friends here. It's great to have you. What game do you think you'll tackle next? Stand aside. Let Lord Zoc reclaim the Great Crystal. Never. You will never get the crystals. Go, crystals. Fly free. Escape while you can. Come here, my black beauty. I have you now, my lovely. Nobody can stand in my way. Wait, isn't that a horse? Black Beauty? Great, we're probably going to have to fight a boss on horseback. Fly, fly free, find the Stone Protectors. Present day, or early 90s. So basically, this terrible band gets turned into incredibly cool fighters with wild hair who protect the crystals. Yeah, it's a good enough premise to sell toys. Oh, nice. I'm not familiar with Tales of the Neon Sea. That's great that somebody gave you a copy of the game. I know, I was thinking that too, like as I was playing it. They really do look like maybe the trolls came first and the Stone Protectors were a knockoff. Right, exactly. Yeah, they really do look like those trolls, which were everywhere. I guess this increases difficulty. I've tried this game out a couple of times because I got it at MAGFests, which just happened this past weekend and I didn't go to. But it's pretty cool in idea. And hey, Artyom Havoc. I wouldn't say the execution's cool, but from what I remember, the controls aren't great, which are kind of important for a beat-em-up. And you guys should check out Artyom Havoc, who's a really cool variety streamer. There's a different game every day, most days. And yeah, his streams are a fun place to hang out. And how's your night going, Havoc? Yeah, different background, just because I'm streaming in front of the TV playing on real hardware. So, it's just the only way I could rig it up. Oh, thanks. Yeah, as long as I don't bump my dad's old laundry drying rack behind me, which would knock the webcam capturing the television off kilter. I assume this is how the professionals do it. Remember. I know I've played Angus before. Let's go with him. Hurry to the crystal mines of Frostbite. We must stop Zock's minions from taking control. Our future depends on you, Stone Protectors. You must not fail. Well, your future evidently doesn't depend on punctuation, Your Highness. Greetings, Stone Protectors. My evil henchman Zinc awaits you. You pitiful fools, you are no match for my forces. Wait, Zinc. Isn't that the henchman we're supposed to take if we have a cold? I believe that the Super Nintendo version of this was released. I haven't played it, not having a Super Nintendo. Wait, am I already almost dead already? Oh, this bodes well. Some of them can charge, but it seems like I can't. No, they're really not going easy on us. Yeah, hope your day is going well, Havoc. It was basically A is punch, B is kick, C is jump. And you can either tap it for a light attack or hold it for a strong attack, which takes quite a while. Which is interesting. I know they employed that in later games, but it was more games with variable button presses, so it wasn't pressure based rather than time based. Oh, were you not feeling well again? That's a shame. Jeez. I think if you get all the crystals in level, you get some kind of bonus. Is there like a crow on the window back there? Looks like it. Oh, yeah, sorry. The radiator in this room is noisy. Oh, right. The other thing is, as you lose more of your life, you can't, perform some attacks that you if you're near death, you can't perform the strong attacks, only the jabs. Which is a mechanic you don't see very often, I'll give them that. Oh, he's gone. Wow, you drain your life pretty fast. Would any of you guys remember the stone protectors? I know when I was really young, their commercials were everywhere. The stone protectors are stones of power glow. Yeah. Oh, they can pick me up too. Yeah. I think they may be mostly an American thing. Oh, on an island in the corner of the world. Oh, when you put it that way, it sounds exciting. Oh, that's right, you can knock off their armor. Oh, okay. Right, I thought I remembered you were out in that area. Alright, you said it's pretty much a day later for you than for me, so... Oh, the series came out when you were born. And I never saw this series, I just remember the toy commercials. Yeah, is that zinc? Oh, right. Ah. Jeez. I am getting taken to task here. Oh. That's why I like Angus. He has a ray gun. Yeah, now that you mention it, Dangerous Dave, they do. The backdrops have a good sense of depth. Was he juggling grenades? That's probably the crystals. When facing right, press left, right, down, up, then A for a fighting special move, Stealth Bomber. Journey onwards, my brave stone protectors, into the darkness of the crystal mines. I'm kind of curious. Hey guys, I've got a bad feeling about this. I think Angus was Scottish, or Scots. So you should, stone protectors. Wait until you meet my latest invention. My stone protector extractor. Zinc, bring me their gemstones. I will not fail you this time. Oh, barrels. Yep. There's one thing I've learned about beat-em-ups. Barrels mean power-ups. As we were taught by Gravity Falls. this flamethrower. Ah. Oh shoot, did I lose it? Oh well. Ooh, one up. It's so weird playing this on a big flat screen TV. Yeah. Even if you had a pretty big TV, they weren't this big. Oh. Oh. So we have infinite ammo as far as I can tell. Oops. Ah. Beat 'em ups are one of my favorite genres, probably because, the era I grew up in. Well, probably also because one of the first games I played in the arcade was Final Fight. Should try that special move. Who's that? No jewel thief. Jeez. Is that a hockey stick? Yeah, doesn't let me pick it up. Clear path for me. Oh. Let's say, is it right, left, down, up? Anyway, it's probably hard to tell, but the controls do feel sticky. I think that's a mouse in the background. Oh. You expect a jewel thief to drop jewels. Or maybe he takes the jewels if the other enemies drop them while he's there. Oh. Here's the jewel extractor. Yes, they're trying to rip the jewels out of us with a giant blade of some sort. Dog's a pretty nasty fellow. I believe this is can be a two-player game too. You've been lucky so far, Stone Protectors. Now it's time to turn up the heat with my volcanic servant. Oh, that was Zoc talking. Okay. I like my Stone Protectors flame-grilled. Would you like fries with that, sir? Begone, you fool! Ah. The old elevator from hell, a favorite in the beat-em-up genre. In this case, elevator means falling hunk of rock. I mean, it's going down. Elevators go down. I'll allow it. They can't throw them off the edges. What's up with that? I should just stop trying to execute that special move. Meh. Still easier to pull off than Shaq Fu. That was one reason I was always not as good at fighting games as beat-em-ups. I had to pull off combos in those. Hey, Captain Peel Card. Welcome in. How's your day going? Yeah, so you were slogging away at more King's Quest today. Do you have a 12-hour stream or something? I should check out Captain Peel Card. Who's a fellow Legally Blind streamer, and he does a lot of older games too, and working through some of the old Sierra adventures. Or as I like to call them, the Softlock Chronicles. Okay. I've always intended to play those games, but watching other people play them, I'm like, are they actually that fun? Ah. down to my last life. That might be a 0. Kind of surprising how few enemies they have at a time. Like, I think the most we've seen is 3. Maybe the best way to beat the game is to just use the jumping gun. I'm kind of tempted to do that. If I can block like they can, I haven't figured out how. Ah.
Streamer, engage on stream. Streamer, I'm afraid. Streamer, you must pause the stream. Streamer got a raid.
Oh,
Here's a
hey,
raider, leaving
Cobra
raiders.
Commander.
Welcome raiders. Are the raiders alligators? Raider, Jackle.
Welcome in. I'm just losing. Hold on a second. Oh, there are no continues? Screw that.
Yes, I
Welcome in, everybody. Oh, hey, Galara Dragon. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Purblind Gamer. I'm a legally blind retro and variety streamer, and I mostly play a lot of horror games and PC games, but today we're playing real hardware Sega Genesis games, mixing it up, and we're trying the unreleased Sega Genesis beat 'em up Stone Protectors. Oh, you're a streamer too, Galara Dragon. Oh right, I was starting to do a shout out for Cobra Commander. Yeah, but thank you so much for the raid. Today is the original hardware day playing Sega Genesis games, which is what I grew up with. But yeah, I thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad you like the raid alert. I know, it's always exciting when you meet other people who have mutual friends with. No, this really isn't a good beat 'em up, by the way. That's part of the reason it was never released. They just put it on cartridges later for fans. Yeah. But oh yeah, Artyom. I didn't know you guys could see the big box. Yeah, I always keep a big box in case somebody redeems a game box. We open it up and see what's inside. Oh right, you were playing Dark Eye, Cobra Commander. Not the horror game, the fantasy game. Nobody plays the horror Dark Eye. And yeah. Oh, and hey, Neon Arcade, welcome in. Thanks for coming by. But yeah, it's right. The next. Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm just sitting on the floor in my parents' den, basically, because the big TV is here. So, and I've heard that's a pretty disturbing horror game. It's the only way I could rig this thing up. And I know, that's how everybody plays Sega games. Yeah, I go back to LA and work in a few days, but I'm still with family. Now, a few more days, Captain. And did we have... We did. Oh, okay, we had to redeem for Examine a Game Box. And fortunately, we have the game box right here. I have a whole bunch of big box and small box PC games I've grabbed over the years, and today we're going to be checking out... I bumped the drying rack. I'll probably have to readjust the camera. Witch Haven, which is a first-person melee combat game in the build engine, most famous for Duke Nukem 3D. And I haven't played this, but I played the second one. It's terribly hard and it's prone to crashes. Oh, shoot. The Poe-based Dark Eye game for 12-year-olds? Wow, that's terrible. That game will give nightmares to grown-ups. I think this came out in 95, 96, right around there. And occasionally you see people playing the Witch Haven games. I think Witch Haven 2 is better known. But yeah, that's quite a box. D&D Doom, Cutting Edge. Oh, well, no. Oh, check it out. It's got that older, like, computer game rating system before the ESRB, so... I can't remember what year this would be then. So that's just a sleeve, and then we have a box. Oh yeah, Poe had some seriously dark stuff. Oh, okay, we've got a CD-ROM in jewel case. And, oh wow, this box has a false bottom. It's not as deep as you would think. And then we've got the manual, which is a fairly hefty manual for an FPS. I didn't think when I played the second one, I didn't think it was that deep. Just, you know, a lot of weapons and a lot of enemies. Oh, and you can cast spells. Yes. I think Witch Haven might qualify as a horror, at least dark fantasy game, but I don't know that it's one I'm going to play. And, oh, 1995 product catalog. Well, now we know what year it was released in. William Shatner's Tech War. Oh boy, that sounds wonderful. And, oh, what have we here? Free Witch Haven poster? $5 rebate voucher on Tech War and Chronomaster? Well, I'm going to have to buy those and then demand my rebate. And let's talk more about this free poster. I know. A few times I have sent in, like, game registrations in, like, the modern day. 10, 20 years afterwards, but they pretty much all get returned to sender, so... Same thing when you try and order 90s shareware games, you mail checks to the addresses. Oh, Harpoon 2? Backgammon Casino? Hey, that's not what you guys showed on the cover. And... oh my gosh, it's red font on a black background. That's one of my favorite games ever. Oh, hey, Quarter 7. RDM Havoc was just playing that the other day. I have a copy somewhere. Well, so a lot of... I know. I want my $4.95. And yeah. Right. Call Apogee and say Aardwolf. I read that when they had that promotion, like, hackers or programmers nosing around in the game's assets found it pretty quickly. What else do we have in here? Oh, a command card. Basically, quick reference for the keys. And installation instructions in case you lost your manual. Warranty card. Yeah. It popped out in a lot of mods and freeware games. And Spooky World, America's theme park? What the hell? They put discount tickets for a theme park in the Witch Haven box? Who does that? And hey, Old School J, welcome in. Let's see, is there anything under the false bottom? No. That's all. Hey, how's your night going, Old School J? Welcome in. But that was a pretty good haul. As big boxes go. That was... Especially as it gets to the mid-90s. I'm satisfied with that. And that was Witch Haven. Big box. Yeah. Yeah, you know about Capstone J. The nadir of gaming entertainment. Or was it Pinnacle? I can't remember. We'll move on to our second and slightly better game of the evening. But, first, it's a game. We might as well do a game giveaway. Yeah. I was down at the local antique store, and wouldn't you know it, they had copies of Unreal 2, which retails for $50 or $45 or $2, depending on which price tag you go with. So basically, I have a number between 1 and 100 in this napkin. If you guess the number closest to what I have written here, you win the game. So guess away, and I'll do a couple of shout-outs. You guys should check out Old School J, who streams a lot of flight sims and FPSs and rail shooters. So good stuff. And 42. Have you by any chance a Hitchhiker's Guide fan, Galera? Oops, I botched it. Did you say you stream too, Galera? I don't know much about Odriel 2. Oh, there were a lot of similar shooters. And I know the first Unreal sounded like it had good graphics for the time, but not amazing gameplay. And then it's like Unreal Tournament kind of overshadowed the series. But I don't know much about, what's it called? Unreal 2, or the Unreal series in general. Yeah. Oh, you're going through your DOS shareware games. That's cool. I've got a few DOS shareware games and shovelware games myself. Oh wait, that was... Oh, I'll have to check out your stream. And anybody else who's a streamer, you're welcome to shout yourself out. I always forget to show that. And hey, I don't know if I said, hey, hi Abracadaggers, welcome in. Oh, nice. Me first. Today we are drinking Ran Cha Chinese tea. Sometimes when your baby sister gets engaged to a Chinese man, he sends you Chinese tea. It tastes like rice. Oh, black dragon tea with brown rice. That could explain why. Oh, if there are... God, the TV does that. I don't trust modern TVs. They act weird. It actually is pretty good. Was I trolling Havoc?
2 bits, 4
did
bits,
I do
6
to-
bits, Master System?
Oh, Cobra Commander.
Tea time.
Tea time. Thank you so much. You just it would work. But, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, I figured out how to enable text-to-speech for bits. It was as easily as checking a certain box. Surprisingly easy. Yeah, I'd never tried it before, but that actually is pretty good and high fiber and probably healthy. Maybe we should have more of that in America. So, before we move on to Streets of Rage 2, if there are no more guesses for the game, I'll go ahead and... Where did I... Oh no, here's where I put it. Yeah, I know, there are always so many more things to do with Stream. Like I was... Oh, that's what I was supposed to announce today. We have 2 new emotes that I uploaded, or created and uploaded the other day, and I believe they got approved. I mean, Twitch hasn't sent me an email saying, your shit was rejected for being pervly lewd. So, yeah, that's it. Pervly I sneakin' and pervly ban mallet. So, I know I'm a little behind on emotes because I realized I did get all the additional affiliate slots. So, I'll be making more. Thank you, guys. So, if there are no more guesses, Unreal 2, snack, sneak, whatever. And the number is 25. Oh, thank you, Havoc. I'm so glad you like the lurk emote. Let's see, were there only 2 guesses? 42 and 84? So it looks like Galera Dragon wins Unreal 2. Congratulations, Dragon. Send me your address and I'll get this in the mail soon. Wait, is this possessed? Games aren't supposed to make those noises, are they? I think it's some weird way that CDs are turning around in the jewel case, but I thought that was neat. I've never heard that before. Spinning CD-ROM ASMR. But yeah, congratulations. No, I hope it's not scratching. I imagine it's just around the center, Dangerous Dave. Oh yeah, wouldn't it be more scary if this were scratches or something like that? Oh yeah, the cans. They used to have rattles like that where you would turn it over and it would sound weird. I said, didn't you a haunted game? I don't think it was haunted. Was it? Oh well. It's hard to just keep track of what's haunted. So that was Stone Protectors. Stone Protectors, our stones of power glow. Oh yeah. Never released, but you can find these copies at conventions for a fairly cheap price. Only I didn't really pay $40 for this. I always get them on sale. Shouldn't you have been saving your money for rent, David? Shut the fuck up, Airplane Lion! Beset on all sides. And now the real reason I know you all are here. Streets of Rage 2. Where's the box? Yes. Which is one of my personal favorites. And one of the best games, like beat-em-ups ever made for consoles, I think. I mean, the third one was really good, but it was harder. Of course, you could chuck bad guys into pits, so it had that going for it. But this is one of the only games my baby sister really got into in a big way. And yeah, Airplane Lion is reasonable. He's just entirely too truthful sometimes. I think I first played Streets of Rage 3, but then I rented this when I was, I don't know, 9 from the local store. And it's interesting. This is the not for resale edition, so it was like shipped with the Sega Genesis. And there are a couple of differences. Like, nobody talks about it, but there are actually 2 versions of Streets of Rage 2 floating around out there. And yes, as I said at the start of the stream, I initially intended to play Streets of Rage 1 and 2, but I don't know where Streets of Rage 1 is. It ought to be around here. I believe it to still be on the premises. Oh, I should change my Steam category. I mean, stream category. Sometimes I forget to do that when I change games. And hey, welcome in, Hairball. How are you doing tonight? There it is, Streets of Rage 2. Yeah, you're just in time, Hairball. We're just about to launch into our second game of the night. It's been going pretty well, thanks. Had a late start, jerry-rigged setup, but a pretty good stream so far, and a lot of great people here. And you guys should also check out Hairball, who's a feline VTuber and is recently doing Callahan's Cross Time Saloon, which looks hilarious. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start this other game. Yep, I did put it in. But first, we'll take a shot of Kavita Prebiotics. When your gut needs something that comes before antibiotics, you take Kavita, beef and lemon prebiotics. Kavita, I love the stream of beef and lemon bacteria in the morning. Yes, the things we do for money. You had a hairball on the Scrabble rack? That's pretty hilarious. Okay, so I did bump the drying rack and readjust the camera. Hold on. Highly technical process of recalibration going on here. Jeez. I think that captures the whole screen, or nearly enough. Yeah, that's the only way I could figure out to. Oh, neat. So, wake up, you stupid fat modern television. Hey, it listens. This is such a great game. And actually, I played it for one of my first test streams, like 5th test stream ever. 1 year after the battle, the city that had been plagued with crime and violence was safe and peaceful. However, evil has once again cast its shadow over the city. Streets of safety for a while. Mr. X, the syndicate boss, believed destroyed by the three young vigilantes, was come back to life stronger than ever. Thirsty for revenge, he kidnaps Adam in an attempt to lure Axel and Blaze into a trap. Axel and Blaze set off to help their faithful companion, joined by Axel's friend Max, a wrestler, and Adam's kid brother Skate. They're determined to save Adam and put Mr. X out of action. Four young friends, rage burning inside them, make a stand for friendship and peace. They made a fourth game in the series on Steam a few years ago, and it was pretty good. Yeah, I want to try Streets Rage 4 at some point. I know Super Nintendo had what was it? The Final Fight port in its sequels, but I love Final Fight Arcade, but I honestly think this is better. Streets of Cage. Yeah. Maybe I can at least try for hard mode. Streets of Cage. Huh. Oh yeah, so here's a question for you, chaps. I had something special planned for the song of the day, which is a musical adaptation of this game. But do we want to do the song Streets of Mage? Do we want to do the song one verse at a time after each level, or do we want to wait until the end and do the whole song then? I'll leave it up to chat. I'm out of practice. I don't know if I can do hardest. Streets of Cage. I love this because this is exactly the kind of jokes I would make in my own mind, going through all the rhymes if you guys weren't here. So thank you for saving me the time. But yeah, Mike Hagar is one of the best characters. I was actually him for Halloween when I was 6 years old. So go Mike Hagar. More Street of Rage. Okay, that's pretty good. So, I'll go with hard. And I'll set the players up to 5, but I doubt I'll use it. Yeah, because he was so much more impressive than the other fighters in arcade Streets of Rage. And like when the others were just kind of helpless when he was, when the other two were helpless when they were chained up to dynamite, Hagar was trying to blow it out. Like, yeah. He's got that can-do spirit that we want for our local politicians. Vote Mike Hagar for mayor of Metro City. He punches evil in the face and then slams it to the pavement. And I don't think I have any... my family took pictures back then. I probably have pictures somewhere of 6-year-old me as Mike Hagar. Or as I called him, Strap Man. Because he had a strap across his chest holding his pants up. Streets of Sage. Oh boy, sage advice. There, would you guys rather hear the song one verse at a time throughout the stream, or wait till the end? Streets of Wage. No, I like that. Yeah, in the first game it was Axel, Blaze, and Adam, but now Adam's kidnapped. I find Blaze is the best character to play when you're playing her by herself. But if you're two-player mode, I think Max is probably the best if you need a second player, because he's just overpowered but slow. Yeah. Streaks of Page. Oh my god, you guys. So, but yeah, I think Blaze has a bit more of a reach and good balance of speed and power. So that's why I like to play her. I thought you liked to play her because you said she had... Shut the fuck up, Airplane Lion! Doesn't know what he's talking about. Biomodification District? Oh yeah, there's an extra life in the mailbox. This game teaches you to check your mail. Big, what is that? Oh, Streets of Phage. What is biology? Yeah, Streets of Phage. Like, so it eats germs or something. Also, Xenophage, Alien Bloodsport. God, so much easier to play with a controller. I mean, maybe because that's what I'm used to. I think this controller's B button is starting to wear out slightly. Streets of Nicolas Cage. Romana. Via Romana. Streets of Age. Streets of Age Retirement Home. I feel like that would make a good comedy sketch. Yeah. Axel, Blaze, and Skate, and Adam, and maybe Max are, in their 70s, raging through the retirement home, which the Syndicate now controls. Apples. I always eat apples out of waste bins. Waste not, want not. Streets of the Stage Theater District. I like it. I'd enjoy that district. Ooh. Check out the lower right. Beat 'em up with manhole covers. Is this a Ninja Turtles crossover? Nope. Nope. Just a thug with a pipe. So, like, for those of you who played Final Fight on Super NES, especially the first one, notice how much. I mean, I think this is faster paced and more enjoyable. Streets of Craig. Ferguson. Oh, Glasgow. Craig Ferguson. Yeah, it does have like the Streets of Rage games. I think especially the second one have especially good music. Maybe it doesn't stick in your mind quite as much as Sonic the Hedgehog, but no, really good. I'm trying to throw it. Oh well. It worked out in the end. Genesis really did have some good music with that sweet 6-channel sound. Cool World. I never saw that movie, but I played the shareware version of the DOS game. Is that the one that's like a real-life detective in a cartoon world? Unless I'm confusing with something else. have the OST for Cool World. Impressive. Streets of Pillage. Oh, it was Brad Pitt. Oh, and Kim Basinger. Was that like... I think it came out when I was pretty young. Was it trying to capitalize on the popularity of Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I mean, the thing is, Who Framed Roger Rabbit is one of the most brilliant movies ever made, so it's like, how can Cool World even hope to come near that? I mean, they have a couple of good actors, though. Oh, you have the OST for this on, or the soundtrack on MIDI Galera? I probably should check it out. And the demo for the DOS game seemed pretty fun, like some little warped Felix the Cat figure told you you had to do something for the boss, and then you shot a bunch of things and got nickels to get through a door, and then the door said, "Thanks for the cash, Harris, but if you want to get beyond here, you'll have to buy the full version." You have a lot of video game MIDI files. MIDI files are wonderful because they take up so little space. Of course, I know hard drives have gotten so big at this point. MP3s don't take that much. Women in their Dow age. These don't exactly rhyme, but I still appreciate them. It's like, how much more outrageous can we get? One of the MIDI files is 237 kilobytes? That's surprisingly high. Streets of Tirades. I didn't know they made assumption key conversion tool. I was just gonna say it must be really long MIDI. Streets of Outrage! Something entirely beyond the scope of Streets of Rage. I hope they do end up making a movie or TV series for this, based on this. Or maybe that could be the sequel of the remake. Or the name of the remake, the remaster. Those are not a pool minigame in this. There's a pool table right there. Well, hello, madam. Can I buy you a drink? Or maybe help you off with your shawl? Oh, you got it, okay. And the bartender's just like, that's it, last call, I'm done. Yeah. Oh, look, I threw her off into the streets. Must be the yeets of rage. Goodbye, Electra. One of your cats noticed you were cackling. Sheets of rage. That sounds like it could be a bad horror comedy, actually. is it? Yeats of Rage. Yeah. Now, if this were Pog, Pete's of Rage. Now here's the interesting thing. When I rented this when I was 9 years old, a Donovan followed me out of the bar. But he doesn't in this game. And this is the first evidence I have that there are two different versions that were released on the Sega Genesis in the 90s. Oh, easy to enter the wrong one. Well, no. As long as the bartender doesn't take off his life jacket, we're good. Oh, he did. We're not good. Oh, is Automod being a pill again? I must talk to him about this. So, but the printer one, I like that. And God knows, printers do like their errors. You know, Skeets of Rage. Oh, okay. Oh shoot, he has another life. Sleets of Rage. Yeah, which is definitely dropping precipitation right now. And then of course there's that quintessential DOS beat 'em up, Beats of Rage, which is an incredibly good game, and we've played games based on that engine. Sweets of Rage. I feel like I might have used that in a play at some point. I approve. Skeet. Is this some new age slang? But what isn't slang on Urban Dictionary these days? Where did you get that knife? I punched an oil drum. I will always think of that now. Oh. Yeah. You know, like the little clay flying saucers in Duck Hunt. Actually, I gotta try skeet shooting at a Boy Scout camp because they had a shotgun merit badge. I actually managed to hit one. Really? Fap came from a webcomic? I just assumed it was older British slang I hadn't heard of. Blaze is also the most effective with a knife, whereas Max is more effective with pipes. And I'm sure Axel and Skate have their place somewhere. At the same time, the pipes have much better range. Storm. Hey, that's one of the X-Men. Why is she trying to kill us? I've played this game so many times. Actually, I did beat it once on a Mania, which is, if you beat it on hardest mode, the game tells you you can enter a secret code and it'll be, and you can play an even harder difficulty. Treats of Rage. I like it. Streets of Anchorage. Oh, okay, here. Well, I just assumed you were familiar with the layouts of basically every city in the U.S. Fleets of Rage. Oh no. Blade? Shouldn't you be hunting vampires or something? Dude, I need some food fast. One might even call it the Eats of Rage. Jeez. Let me go so I can steal the money. I'm the good guy, I can do that. And it's not stealing if somebody just chucked $1,000 in quarters in a trash can. Sheep define sheep. Bleeds of courage. I mean, it could just be bleeds of rage if you get a bunch of angry sheep trying to kill you. Damn. I haven't seen a bunch of low-level bad guys stop cheering that fast since the Smash Daisaku fan club got a look at Captain Orange. Yes, I just made a Gunstar Heroes reference to deal with it. Streets love rage. That does sound like a visual novel. Sleeps of Rage, yeah. Which I suppose, if you get someone sleepwalking and killing people, it could also be sleeps of rage. Yep. Oh well, we crashed the truck. Only thing to do is check our insurance in the glove compartment. Oh hey, there's a 1-up. Ooh, this game teaches you about how to deal with car crashes. Practically entertainment. Caramel like candy, streets of sweet toffee aged. Damn it, now I want toffee. Beeps of rage. Yeah, honking at them. His horn went beep, beep, beep. I like how the lights swing when you throw or slam one down. The little details. Oh, another thing is, check out how many enemies you can have on screen at once. I've counted at least 7. Whereas like in Stone Protectors, there were only maybe 3 enemies at once. What I'd read was the first Streets of Rage was, to be competition for the port of Final Fight. And they saw Final Fight shortcomings and figured out how to do some of the things better. Hasselhoff Rage. Oh, so David Hasselhoff was in Baywatch. I never watched Baywatch. Actually, had severed heads of David Hasselhoff in Hasselvania. Creeps of Rage. Oh, jeez. A bunch of... I'm trying not to trigger his sidekicks, you know. The one guy with the jetpack isn't so bad, but... Oh, it actually is a game about sheep. That's funny. Oh, shoot! I saw how little life I had left, but it was too late. Yeah, some of the bosses are pretty powerful, but... You know... It's like, you can still fight them and like learn to do pretty well. Oops. What is with me? My timing is off today. Come on, Jet. Ah. Creeps of Rage. Ooh, that's a good one. Shoots off range. I feel like we could compile a book of 100 different variations of Streets of Rage. Like, how far afield can we get? You know, I've been thinking about it, and I was going to save the song for the end, but I realized it makes more sense to sing one verse after each level. So maybe I'll catch us up to where we are. This is a song I wrote. Well, I had the idea for it back when I was interning at a company, but then we had yeah. It was I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that. NDAs. Oh yeah, that is one of our channel points rewards. But I made up this song, which is an adaptation of Streets of Rage 2 to commemorate. I think I put it out when the Streets of Rage 4 was coming out. I'll just sing you guys the first couple verses. Besides, it gives you a recap from Streets of Rage 1. Yeah, I would count that. Here's a little song we like to call Rage is a Hard Street to Travel. There's a story of a prig, of a crime lord who was big. We dismantled his empire and we had him. 1 year later he returned, as with crime the city churned, and he kidnapped our fighting buddy Adam. Axel, Blaze, Max, Skate stood against the syndicate, which could our local law enforcement gravel. From the penthouse to the slums, all the crooks and thugs and bums taught us rage was a hard street to travel. Then bare your knuckles and roll up your sleeves, for rage is a hard street to travel. Then bare your knuckle and roll up your sleeve, for rage is a hard street to travel, I believe. We returned to fighting crime, and it seemed an easy time, as past Dunk and Heaven we went strutting. There were cash bags in the trash, and some Galcias to bash, and a Donovan forever uppercutting. Blaze founded Jack's knife that could drain a bar of life. Electra tore her shawl, looking sleazy. Though the tender of the bar threw Max very, very far, still we harbored hopes the battle could be easy. Then bust up the tables and roll up your sleeves, for a dive bar is a hard street to travel. Barbon was barbaric and wished to cause us pain, for rage is a hard street to travel in the rain. On a bridge not quite constructed, we were once again obstructed, but we let the mixed signals keep sliding. The bikes brought stormy weather, like a tempest clad in leather, so we took the tempest off what it was riding. From the sky a fellow struck, once we crashed Hakuyo's truck, and he jetted with us till the round was clear. Blaze kicked him from the air, and we left him lying there. 'Tis the quickest way to shed a rocketeer. Then munch on a turkey and roll up your sleeves, for a jetway is a hard street to travel. Why not vacation at the town amusement park? For rage is a hard street to travel in the dark. And here we are at the town amusement park. You see, what chat did I miss? Oh, you're heading out. Hey, thank you so much for coming in, Cobra. I know it is getting late. I really appreciate the raid, and yeah, I hope you enjoy. Hope I catch another one of your streams soon. Oh, thanks. There'll be more verses to come. The rage of streets are paid with cheap booze. I like that. No, definitely. I hope you have a good night. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure, guys. But I do have some pretty creative, themed levels in this game. Thanks, you too. Like, how often can you go through an amusement park or fair or whatever this thing is? Oh, is the music inspired by 90s songs? I think it just said clapping hands for the clap emoji. Yeah, I think that's what it said. Yeah, sometimes when the TTS says emotes out loud, I'm like, hey, what is that? Because the way he pronounces things doesn't always make sense. I know sometimes it'll get names wrong too, Evilicia. Who is Evilicia? Is that like an evil militia? Oh, Avalicia. Get it together, TTS. Oh yeah, it's like they only make sense once you look at them and understand. Yeah. The reason the arcade games say bare knuckle is because Streets of Rage was called bare knuckle in Japan. I probably should have done hardest mode, but it does get a fair bit tougher later on. You do not get to finish your game, Gausia. No one gets to finish your game. One of these days, I'm going to need to get an arcade machine that runs on gold bars and apples. I'm sure, designers can figure that out. Maven. Hey, that's the name of Catwoman's secretary. Catwoman, your secretary's in the arcade again, and is an evil punk man again. Pirates. Pour, oh, pour the pirate sherry, fill, oh, fill the pirate glass. want to go on a ride.
Streamer, I'm afraid. Streamer,
There's
you
a
must
terrible
publish game.
line.
Streamer got a raid. Here's a raider leading raiders. Welcome raider, welcome
Oh, hey,
raiders.
Slutty
Raiders,
Podcast.
Raider, crackle.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing tonight? You guys should check out Slarty Bardfest. He's a fun variety streamer. I always enjoy hanging out in his streams. What are you playing tonight, Slarty? It's going alright, thanks. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Purblind Gamer. I'm a legally blind retro and variety streamer who mostly does a lot of horror, but also random stuff. Today we're doing beat-em-ups on original hardware, namely Streets of Rage 2, which is one of the best ever. Oh, Stardew Valley. Nice. I know that's one of those games you can play forever. And welcome in. You know, he's old school Jay. Maybe Catwoman would be fine with her secretary being an evil 80s punk. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Many of you chaps played the Streets of Rage series. They recently did a 4th installment on Steam. But the old ones were on the Sega Genesis, and are so much fun. We're at an amusement park trying to get to this pirate ship ride, but the evil crime syndicate do not want us to do that. Oh, you love the series too. Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Oh, you did. I haven't played the 4th one yet. I wanted to play both 1 and 2 tonight, but I couldn't find my copy of 1. But maybe this coming year I'll get to Streets of Rage 4. That's what everybody said at Abracadaggers. It's like everybody seems to enjoy Streets of Rage 4. So it's always great when a sequel, does really well. Guy's throwing entirely too many fireballs. Oh, you're going to stream them too. Yeah. they're good games, and fast and fun to watch. If I'd planned it better, I could have done like all 4 of them in a row. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Say, as amusement parks go, this is a pretty elaborate ride. And check out the fact that it doesn't have any seats. Hello, ninjas in the rigging. The weapons can only hit the ground like 3 times before they vanish, so the sword is the most powerful weapon in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, please exit the ride in an orderly fashion, or just jump out. That works too. Now get your crayons. Thank you so much for the host. I really appreciate it. Welcome in. How's your day going? Yeah. I know. Just rocking back and forth, getting punched by ninjas. I've had more fun rides. Like that time we got on Ness's back last week. Talk about weird boss fights. Elisa. Jeez. Well, I recognize you guys from stage 1. Oh no, you have different names, different people entirely. Beano. And we've gotten to the point where we're naming our enemies after British children's comic books, because why not? Donovan. Oh, Season of the Witch. You mean like the Halloween movie? I haven't seen that in so long. Donovan. I always thought that was an underrated movie. Well, Galcia's in the Mist. Can't have that. Oh, it was a song by the singer Donovan. Okay. I don't know much about 70s music. I always hate when you have to waste a turkey. That's a good song. I've probably heard it. Or, just don't know the title. There's so many songs like that. You hear them on the radio or in stores. And then when you hear them, you're like, oh yeah, this one. But you don't know most of the lyrics or the title. Unless the title is the hook, then it's easy. Another difference between this version and the more common version of Streets of Rage 2 is, starting at this point, if you hit the alien eggs, they explode with one puff of smoke. Whereas in the more common version, that's a bug that will only happen to single eggs, like, rarely. They did a freeware Streets of Rage remake. They dialed up the gore in that when you use the sword. Actually, it was a really good game. Yep. H.R. Geiger called. He wants his artwork back. Dr. Venelitz, we meet at last. Yeah, it's the alien's haunted house ride. Don't your local amusement parks have rides like this? Yeah, it's a ride in an amusement park. Or an attraction. Venelitz. I know, that's one of those moments in gaming where it's like, wait, what just happened? Well, anywhere is dangerous when you have enough criminal street thugs trying to punch people. Words to live by. But yeah, this is... Oh. Except for this level, it is just Punk City Old School J. Yeah, this is just them getting weird. One of the things that made that boss so hard is you can't tell where he is in the, like, vertically or depth-wise because you can't see shadows. The floor is all black. Yeah, like, you know. if you have evil punks on the ride, that's not the amusement park's fault, but they put that alien there. What? Oh, right. Because in most of the Contra games, you don't know that it's aliens. Uh-oh. A dark shadow fell down. And it's not Blanca from Street Fighter 2 in the slightest. It's pretty much only the last level that you really have the aliens, isn't it? Ah. Huh, those exploded fully. I better get that turkey. Yeah. Contra's a classic, but it is Nintendo hard. Oh, you're lurking. Well, thanks for the lurk. I appreciate it. Yeah. Like last week, we looked at maybe it was a week ago, we looked at a book of Nintendo strategy guides and secrets from the 80s, and it talked about how Contra was the most action-oriented, overly violent, aggressive game on the open market. Oh, you beat Contra. Well done, Havoc. That takes some practice. I mean, spiral-bound books in this day and age, by this day and age I mean the 80s, totes sus. Huh. Oh wait, we just beat a level. That means we need to catch up to where we are in the game. Stopping by the park's arcade, we could tell that we were played. There was not a glitch, and yet we broke the game. Skate rushed through quite a line when he saw the pirate sign. Lives were lost there, though the ride was fairly tame. Once we disembarked the boat, we walked down a monster's throat. An alien necked with us while grinning. A flash of gleaming claws that cut flesh as though 'twere gauze were all we saw till Zamza ceased a spinning. Then cut with kotetsus and roll up your sleeves, for a gullet is a hard street to travel. You think our progress was partly spent in sport? Well, rage is a hard street to travel, I retort. Yeah. Unusually long song, but... Sega Stadium, now with 90% more in television box art. That would be fun. Oh, I wrote that song like a couple of years ago. Like, it took me hours to write it. But sometimes I was like making up lyrics while I was on the bus home from my internship. I find out some way to fill those bus rides, and you can't always read. Yeah, it's like Boo. It's like, you know, Valley Girl ghosts are getting in on the action. They're like, yeah, it's like Boo. Totally. But, oh, I didn't know they had a NES port of Strider. But yeah, do baseball. It's a very strange recruitment strategy for the baseball team there. And check it out, there's the amusement park we were just at in the background. That's totally not the Epcot Center at all. I have read a theory online that It's Like Boo is referencing an enemy that we'll be fighting shortly. And it's a joke based on some Japanese manga. Yeah, I noticed the Genesis port won some kind of reward, or Game of the Year award. And I used to see the arcade version sometimes. And it would always be like, St. Petersburg, nobody has ever beaten this level. I'm like, oh, I think somebody probably has. I actually never played Strider, though. It's one that I kept putting off because I know it was supposed to be good. I needed that apple. And congrats on beating the NES version. I'm sure it was insanely difficult. Yeah, these kanji loincloth bastards. Plenty of lives. Check out some of the details. Oh yeah! Yeah, when like you would rent it and they would have notes in the manual in the rented game. Occasionally, like if you buy used games, I'll run into that. But it is neat. It's part of the game's history. Use that knife. Never mind. I love the pipes. The Syndicate controls baseball, like in the city. Some kind of... I don't know. They probably have a betting ring, so why not control the entire sports industry? On the Star Trek game had a note on saying just don't from some former person who'd rented it. At least they tried to warn you, though you probably saw it by the time you rented it. Yes, Metal M and Sub Q. These names are getting weirder and weirder. Of course, I'm still not clear why there are a bunch of these whip-wielding ladies. Probably some lion tamer's date to the cotillion. Sugar cube? Oh, maybe so. I guess it's like Sug Q instead of Sub Q. It's hard to tell, and it's supposed to be short for sugar. I mean, some of the enemy names, I wouldn't put it past them. There's long been speculation that Galcia is supposed to be Garcia, because that's what they're called in Streets of Rage 3. Oh, this is the second biggest baseball I've ever seen. Big Ben. Totally clocked him. Oh yeah, there are two. Yeah, do the baseball. At least you can throw them around in this game. always wonder which game started the, like, hefty men who breathe fire. Might have been eSWAT Cyber Police. Or no, maybe Bad Dudes. Which is one of the best games ever made. But yeah, like, of the ordinary enemies, these guys are some of the worst. Oops. I mean, like, the Birdmen can be pretty bad. And the Jack types. There are several tough ones. Oh yeah, eSWAT. There's a Genesis version, but the arcade version was a whole lot better. If practically unbeatable. To, like, 6-year-old me. Another Sega classic. So yeah, there's just this secret, I know, secret elevator in the middle of the baseball stadium. Like, how long did the Syndicate find that here, or did they have the manpower to build this? Like, was that the best use of your time, Mr. X? That's probably it. They constructed the whole stadium. How long has the Syndicate been around? Our stadium's notorious for having corruptions around them. I didn't know that, but it's not exactly surprising. I mean, people do bet on sports, and there's a lot of money in it. Because apparently, people pay money to watch the sports ball. Oh, I'm still alive. But not for long. You're right. They must have used taxpayer money to build the base under here. It's exactly the sort of villainous thing they would do. Exactly how far into the earth are we plummeting? We're about to run into some mole people, maybe some dinosaurs. The Syndicate construct their base on a lava flow. I know. And then we start going up, and now we're going down again. Who's controlling this? Mr. X. He's controlling this. Yeah, exactly. That kind of dinosaur. Hello. You're not friendly, are you? Ah. Goodness. Ooh. Thunder lizards. They're terrible thunder lizards. Oh! I've got to stop singing 90s cartoon theme songs for this stream. Oh wow. Well, I think I lost 3 lives just in this level, or this stage. Ah. Abby, you're killing me. Literally. You know he's evil if his name is a bad deed. How come nobody cheers for me? Oh, they're all on the Syndicate payroll, every last one of them. After this, we have to kill the audience. turn your raid dragon into an emote. I swear, he can grab you from like higher up or lower than you can. That takes care of him. Nemoremnon. That is a good villain name. Okay, so just so we're on the same page, what just happened? We were told to do baseball, where a paltry few faced all. Axel swung so hard he served as our all-stater. What he swung at's white and round, hearing cheering underground. We went home to find his secret elevator. But this same wrestler Max on a wrestler laid his wax and proved himself a decent abadeeder. Skate took a little fright that this quaternary fight somehow brought us only halfway to the leader. Then slip on your rollerblades and roll up your sleeves. An arena is a hard street to travel. We cruised thereafter, which was not an easy trip, for rage is a hard street to travel on a ship. Nemoremnon, okay. That is a good name. If I ever have kids, maybe I'll name one Nemoremnon. Yeah, but it's good to keep a nice list of possible kids' names one finds in video games. I wonder if I can work Coyote Bongwater in there somewhere. The Ships of Prague? Oh, Ships of Rage. I'm going back to rage things. This game, well, there's one thing that this game would be incomplete without. You gotta have heart, miles and miles and miles of heart. When the odds are saying we'll never win, that's when the flame should start. Swing a pipe at heart. I'm pretty sure I made that joke before. At this point, it's the last time I streamed this. And the same repertoire of jokes for different games. I've gone through in my mind too much. Voldemort, Darth Vader, Candyman, and Moremnon. Those are quite memorable names for a child. Especially Candyman. I mean, kids like candy. I never saw Candyman. Or the sequels, or the remake for that matter. I like how the ship's going up and down. Nice touch. Yeah. People won't believe him. And then I bet he ends up with a best friend named Salty Dog. Assuming somebody named their kid Salty Dog. I took care of him. And there's another one. A TV show. I mean, you know, I can totally see that being a terrible, like, 70s live-action TV show about, like, a piece of candy and a dog, and they're both puppets, and they have adventures. Hey, have a good night, Havoc. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. And hope you get a good night's sleep. Eagle. Hey, aren't you that bastard who was hanging out in the back of my quarters? Come back on screen that I may kill you properly. Raven. That's so Raven. Okay, no more TV theme songs. It's weird that she isn't knocking him over. And sometimes this game does have a fair number of small bugs, but they usually don't affect the gameplay really, like in a serious way. Yeah. The Birdman are trying to defend the turkeys in those crates because, you know, they feel a certain kinship for obvious reasons. I hit him on the head. Guess Donovan's brained. Anybody ever tell you you look a lot like a bartender I once punched? Yeah, I bet you get that a lot. Tweaks of rage. I'm sure many game designers can relate to that. And writers, too. If I just changed one word on the 39th page. What about that comma on page 87? Knock them off the boat either. Come on, Sega. Look, a lovely opening right there. Ah! Unhand me. Unhand me, match. This is one of those games where they make it significantly harder in two-player mode. I can have more enemies. And it's half the time I'm playing this with my little sister. Gale. Calm. Oh, I hear a ninja with a kunai. There he is. Eek's rage. I remember Eek the cat, and yeah, that was around the same time that the terrible Thunder Lizards were on. God, I haven't seen Eek the cat in years. I never watched it that much. That was a good one. Oh, they were in the same show. Drats, I lost the newer sword. Yeah. We had limited TV when I was growing up, like, watch it for a limited time, but also, our TV only got a few channels, but one of them was Fox. Oh, right, can't throw them. This is Streets of Rage 2, not 3. Ah. I have no idea what equal Hagaduchi means, but I'm sure it's very rude. Should watch some. I always think I should watch some of these like cartoons. I only saw a couple times now that I'm old. See which ones hold up well and which ones don't. I was not being rude. It was the ninjas. They keep saying Nippon Hagaduchi. But hey, I'm Suzy. Welcome in. How are you today? Oh, no, you don't, balloon boy. No, that's okay. I have some time. Okay, well, I mean, it's not rude to the airplane Ryan. The airplane Ryan is being entirely too honest and revelatory up in here. But it's just pattern, you know. Fluff bomb cheer glimmer is rude to me. I'm rude to airplane lion. Airplane Lion takes it. We have fun here. Balloon. Oof. I wish I could hit that balloon with that sword. I've heard that swords are very useful against balloons. But no, that's true. I'm too hard on old airplane Lion. He knows I'm just giving him a hard time. Oh, right. Before we deal with this bear, you guys should check out MCZ. It's a fun retro streamer. Does a lot of old computer games, including adventures and shareware. Oh no, we shouldn't. We shouldn't check out MCZ. Why? Why? Was there an incident? Was one of the DOS shareware games too offensive? I know some of them can push the envelopes. No oversight. Anyway. Oh. Where did you come from? Someone suddenly set up a friggin' Gaussia factory back that way. Alright, that's enough. I've got bears to punch. TTS calls it Cobrak. This is another one. It's hard to grab. Because he's really fast. And either he'll grab you or you grab him and then he'll try and grab you. And you can just change levels. What's up with that? Huh. Okay, if you're just holding him from the front, he can't break out. That's something. Oh man, I'm down to 1 life. Yeah, very interesting dress style too. not good. Oh yeah, now I kill them for bears. If I had my way, bears would go into public domain last week. Oh well, I got 2 extra lives. I'm happy. Ah yes, now, back when we were getting on the ship. Would you like a beating heart? Not a pleasant way to start. Some birdies in the hold kept restraining cries of Nippon Hagaduchi meant the cruise would not be Gucci, but before that we saw our progress waning. On the deck Max heaved Unsai as the gales and gusts went by. The captain's clothes were ample cause to stare. He began a sort of dance, so to grab him we'd no chance. When we fought with him it truly was a bear. Then pull on your swimsuit that oughtn't have no sleeves, for a freighter is a hard street to travel. Our bear tried to throw us off a syndicated boat, for rage is a hard street to travel, one may note. Publishing Winnie the Pooh stories. I think that's an excellent idea. If it's in the public domain, yeah, take advantage of it. Oh, you're welcome. We're singing verses of a musical adaptation of this game, like one verse for every stage. You know, somebody thought that would be a good way to spend his time. And because 10-verse songs are known for getting a lot of airplay on the radios. Yeah. Though I suppose I do have that reputation of sometimes being rude in the stream. Heck, the other day I showed something that almost got me banned. How was I supposed to know that the cheap horror ripoff of The Seventh Guest was pornographic? No, there was one called Tenzen, but I think we already killed him. And I was like, surely that's not related to Tengen, purveyor of fine unlicensed arcade ports for the Nintendo Entertainment System? I can talk. Yeah, everything is pornographic if you try hard enough. It's like Rule 34, but for the mind. It's good to put good in the put in effort. Make what you can out of whatever you're given. You think when these ninjas write, they use kunai form? Yes, I know, banned for a blind gamer. Like, seriously, look at how many enemies there are on screen. You won't catch the stone protectors doing that. Or, you know, getting released. I rag on historical curiosities. Birdies! Evil birdies. Yeah, but you guys were doing so well on your own with the pun talent, with the puns. Jeez. These might be the toughest of the non-boss enemies, but seriously, this game has good enemy variety. Oh, so sorry, I thought you were dead. Bantam. Hey, isn't that a publisher? Oh, yeah, name a publisher after Birdie Kickboxers. Streets of Rampage, yes! Classic. Which some of you may remember from our 64th stream. It's worth it to punch off screen. They don't always deal with, not being seen very well. Signals. You seem to have grossly overestimated the extent of your fireball, Kokaku. I forgot he could do that. The other reason I like Blaze is she's pretty fast, but not as fast as Skate, but also not as weak and ineffective as Skate. In his defense, he's just a kid. Let's hide our money under sandbags. No one will ever look there. Of course, how many people are on this island? Maybe that's how the syndicates, like thugs, receive their paychecks in the form of bags of coins, hidden places that nobody would think to look. I mean, don't report it to the IRS that way. One of these days you'll share the joke with me, Gourmand. One of the tricks to success in this game is not alerting any more enemies than you have to, which you learn. Batman's suit shocks the hell out of you. Oh, Sneak's glove tased. I see. Oh, that's for some reason speech chat was saying Sneak's glove tossed. And I'm like, huh, sounds like an emote. Golba. I don't know what Golba means. Perhaps it means something in Japanese. Or perhaps the Japanese people think it means something in English. Yeah, Casca. Hey, Casca. Is this Greek to you? Huh? Go stab an emperor, why don't you? So hard to get a pipe to the boss. I think there's one off screen right. You may be in luck. There's so many of those guys. And now we got 2 pipes, and only 1 blaze. This road is in terrible repair. Now here's the key difference in the versions of this game. Normally, if you beat Souther, stealth would flee instead of dying at the end of this game, or this level. But in this version, if you beat Souther, stealth just dies like an ordinary, henchman. I don't know if there are really women named with Blaze. Oh, because there was a woman named... I forgot there was one of the women named Bloody in there. But, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I ever met anybody named Blaze. Just feats of Blaze. I mean, yeah, that's the great Streets of Rage parody. Jeez, stealth. And I even had a, strategy guide book that talked about Streets of Rage 2 and specifically said, if you kill Souther, stealth plays chicken and flies away like a girly man, ha! I'm like, well, that's not very nice. But proves there are 2 versions of this game. I call them the Stealth Flight Edition and the Stealth Death Edition. But I can't believe there's or when I was trying to find this on the internet, there was nothing about it. And I wonder if it's because this is the not for resale, pack-in copy of the game. Jeez. See? Hey. Stealth died. There you go. Now, there's a dissertation of this somewhere. Or I could just write a letter to Sega and be like, what's up with that? And they'd be like, we don't know. Buy the sequel. Oh yes, so we got off the boat. Strolling down a sandy beach, fighting several ninjas each. There were such crowds you'd think there should be lagging. They were stealthy as you please, those kokakus in the trees. Skate said he'd clear the way, but was sandbagging. Blaze got a nasty shock from the rain that slowed our walk, so she stole some food which left the gourmand fuming. Souther clawed like Wolverine till his partner fled the scene, with the giant form of X's fortress looming. Then do not be stealthy, but roll up your sleeve. With these shell holes it's a hard street to travel. A secret factory, well why the devil not? For rage is a hard street to travel, it is thought. Yeah, well, I think the game deserves it. It's it really is quite well made. And today's stream is brought to you by Effen, Dutch cucumber vodka for the discerning guzzler. Dutch, eh? I wouldn't be surprised if our friends Fish Hands and Bearded Bogle drink this for breakfast each day. When you're going to get drunk, you might as well get drunk with wholesome vegetables. I can see why the store was clearing this out. Effen Dutch cucumber vodka. When you reach for a drink, make sure it's an effin' good drink. Sponsor me, please. Thanks. Yeah. The things one finds when the liquor store is changing their inventory. It's actually not that bad, but it does taste very strongly of cucumber. No kidding. Oh. Yeah, I guess it probably is good, better in mixed drinks. That's funny, I'd never heard of it before. Reference to profanity appeals to you. So, is there some truth in the stereotype that Australians tend to be a little, not worry so much about using less than polite speech compared to Americans? Yeah, who am I kidding? Americans will say damn near anything. Well, I don't know. I mean, they do say that people who curse more have higher IQs, so maybe the Australians are smarter than those people who observe the random laws of don't say this. Why? Because that's how the Saxons speak, and the Normans took over from them, and the Normans are better than the Saxons. Are they, though? Well, they won in battle. That doesn't always... Okay, fine. Interesting. Now that's a fun theory. Been watching Frayed. Oh, I'm not familiar with that. I assume that's an Australian show based on the context, or a show about England before the Middle Ages. Dante. Yep, makes sense. Dante was in hell according to the epic poem, and there's fire in hell, so there you go. Dante, fire, hell. Yep, that's literary right there. And as for Buffet, I think it's actually Buffett, and he tries to buffet us with his large hands. You just flip a coin to determine who gets hit when we both attack each other. But sometimes I think you do, game. Of course, that means sometimes I win the coin toss. Please, take this, Typhoon. For all those of you who were here when we played Cheeky Boys. And the giant ram in the sky gave us the Typhoon after we burst into his shrine and killed all his peanut guards after riding on a cloud and slaughtering the two-headed turtle dragon. God, I play weird games, don't I? Maybe it's just that a lot of retro games are weird. Like, why are they throwing, like, 1940s German hand grenades, but they're a video game like arcade machines, uprights, that you weren't likely to see until the late 70s. What's up with that? Also, robot factories. Yeah, pretty much. You know, the syndicate can't just, go up to the U.S. Army and be like, yes, can we have 500 of your finest grenades? And I'm sure Mr. X is working on it. Hey, that one was empty. What a ripoff. Tornado. Hey, wait a second. Isn't that New Zealand guy who streams Atari games? Yeah, what's he doing in this game? Oh right, they used taxpayer money to build the factory. As well as the secret fight club under the baseball stadium. So, yep. Who knows the limits of the syndicate? Yeah, oh yeah, Fornado, Tornado, I don't know. They sound kind of similar to me. Turkey, turkey, turkey. Yes, turkey. That was close. My pipe. Enola. Yeah, that's that kind of oil my dad cooks with. Or is that canola? Ah. Shoot. That's the trouble, since I've played this game for like one of my early test streams, I'm like... I have all these jokes based on their names, but if I like already made them, then people will be like, hey, you made them last stream, you idiot. Enola Gray. Oh, was the plane that bombed Hiroshima? No, I didn't. Interesting. I don't think I'd ever heard the name outside of this game. Man. Game certainly does get tough. Hey there, Dalala. Eloy. Insert something about Molochs. Huh, she didn't like that. Yeah, it's an unfortunate baggage attached to that name. Yeah. What turkey? I will need that ere too long. Thank goodness they can't eat my turkey. Oh, that was lucky. Ah! You're helpless once he grabs you. One more continue. I don't think we'll beat it in the game, but we might make it to the end. Or close to the end. Friggin' Rocketeers. wielding the sword so much as getting it out of their greasy ninja hands. Oh wow, so the same plane on both cities. This game does have a good difficulty curve, like, it starts out so easy, or relatively easy, and then gets that. Yeah, I really can't imagine being pilots who flew those missions. Birds and bikers. He was as hot and lecherous as a sparrow. The grenade chucker's gonna start popping up. You really need to stock up all the lives you can get. Oh, really? You sit on the floor at about the same distance. Yeah, you're right. It is nice having a bigger TV. Wait a second. Could I continue? I know, like at this point. My legs are getting sore from sitting on the floor so long. It's not technically cheating, but I think this is my last continue. If I can press start, and I think it might let me have another continue this way. Yeah. Sorry, Blaze. It was nice knowing you. Your death will not have been in vain. It's not cheating if it's, it's right there in the game's code. Maybe I should have switched to Axel. Jeez. I'm sorry, I don't know what this is. Yeah. I don't know. Sometimes the messages they choose to disallow, it's like completely weird. Oh, I've got a knife. That's weird, but if you say the same thing that much, a long time later, Twitch will be like, you said that 3 months ago, you can't say that again. Soya. Soya and vino. We need to... I wonder if I allow it, it'll... It wouldn't let you do. Oh. Wow. Yeah, and it's not automod blocking it. It must be Twitch because it doesn't give me the option to allow it. Bizarro. Another thing, Max, he can get in 7 hits when he grabs somebody if you play it right, so you can drain a good bit of life. You know that factory that's building robots? Well, looks like they finished a couple. Yeah, maybe. I don't know how much of a problem that is, like, either the bots or the people, but heck, I don't know a lot of things about old Twitch. There's only 2. Clong. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't seem like that big of a problem in the smaller retro streamers. Maybe it's more for like the big streamers. You know, it's the Syndicate's plan all along. Just build a bunch of killer robots. That does sound like your standard evil villain scheme. Ah, fiendish robot. Better get an extra life after all that. If we make it to the final boss, I'll be happy. Let's see. Here are we? Oh, right, we just got into the factory. Someone laid out a buffet, it just got into our way. The ground in the assembly line kept moving. You two who acted tough simply wasn't good enough. We were running out of time while still improving. We withstood the air rage, then the bird fox and grenades, till robots to our life bars proved erosive. Axel gained the upper hand when he threw an upper grand. How could I have known that hydrogen's explosive? Then scroll on conveyor belt and roll up your sleeves. An elevator is a hard street to travel. Windmill your mace and hop like kangaroo. For rage is a hard street to travel, I tell you. Thank you, Galera. Oh yeah, did mention a kangaroo. Didn't I just kill you 15 seconds ago? Yeah. Oh, you're Oxygen, I'm sorry. Different science name robot. Can hardly tell them apart. Hey, Dave and Karen, welcome in. Yes, we do have two new emotes tonight. But how are you doing? I hope you had a good New Year. We've just beaten. Oh, you were here for that Botany Bay parody, yes. Jeez. Jeez. Baby Bear Jr. doesn't look much smaller than Bear Sr. to me. Mercury. This is the second stream in a week that we've had Mercury in it. Yeah. Yes. Purbly OI Sneakin' and Purbly Bandhammer. Or Band Mallet, right? And a third elevator from hell. What is it with evil bosses and elevators? Vulture. And ironically, Vulture is not a Birdman. Doing better with Max than I was with Blaze. Zora. My dear Nail, you simply cannot do that. Because if you do, you won't have any friends left before too long. Quick, plug in another controller. Plays player 3. It's got to work. Oops. Hot dog! Your new emotes are done? That's awesome, Galera. Oh, thank you so much. I hope you have a good night too, and I really appreciate you coming in. We're just about done here from the looks of things. Phoenix. Z Kusano. Yes, hope you have a good night. Oh, I get 3 continues as player 2. Well, okay, I guess we're going to finish the game after all. But it wasn't, strictly according to the Queen's rules, but... I am really surprised they usually have a safeguard against that in games. I wonder if that's another peculiarity of this so-called Stealth Death Edition. Oh, here, couscous. He's usually a little brighter than that. There's the big guy. Who's just going to sit there as we defeat his honor guard. Uh-oh. Height now, Grath. I know. Your X is just bored. At least in the Japanese version, he was smoking a cigar. But here he's just sitting there like, oh, you've almost overthrown my evil crime empire, and I don't care. I mean, at least he has the decency to think it's funny when I die. I mean, he's human and not a robot. uses pro wrestler moves. Uh-oh. I'm not bringing a gun to a knife fight. I'm not bringing a gun to a beat 'em up. I mean, at least, he mows down everybody. Not a hand to Joe. That's really honest of him, I suppose, in a fashion. One of the things about Max is he can't throw enemies as far as the others can, so he uses them to knock each other down. Did he run out of, at bad guys? Nah, he's got plenty to spare. There are machine gun shells spelling out. Maybe that was in the remake. It wants our initials. For posterity. Effing cucumbers. Thank you, Abracadaggers. But I did take about twice as many lives as I should have. And there's Adam. We rescued him. He can be a playable character again in the third game. I'm not playing with Skate. I would not last very long with Skate. Thank you, MZZ. Max is very large and muscular. Anything. What a thing to name your child. Anything. Like some kind of hippie name. Even the ending music is pretty good. I mean, most of the music was pretty good in this. Zozo, Todo, Hassie. I wonder how they choose these pseudonyms. Yeah, children's name is Candyman and everything. Trying to outdo each other. Oh yeah, well I'm Mr. X. Imagine a 5-year-old telling you his name was Mr. X. Where did I put that controller? And that's Streets of Rage 2 on hard mode. Is it? Oh yeah, we just... Mr. X and Salty Dog. So after we got past that factory... Many a familiar face welcomed us to X's place. We were sore, but it was much too late to leave. A multi-boot barrage and defeated boss montage preceded the destructive force of Shiva. Mr. X, so very bored, thought our entrance was untoward, and his laughter, but like his mullet, proved dramatic. In thugs we all but drowned as he spewed a final round from a Thompson set to fully automatic. Then handcraft, Hadoukens, and roll up your sleeves. Adam's rescue is a hard street to travel. My dear Mr. X, we're no more at loggerheads, for rage is the last street you'll travel 'cause you're dead. And that takes us through the end of the game. Right. When their parents said they could be anything, they thought, oh, well, that's a good name for me. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. And I said, thank you, Hairball. Yeah. I'm kind of embarrassed I wasn't able to beat it all, just with one player on the hard mode, but I'm out of practice. One of these days I'll beat it on Mania. So many G's. Yeah. It's pretty late here. It took a long time searching for Streets of Rage 1, and then not finding it, and then setting up this creative streaming setup. So I'll probably find somebody to raid pretty quick and turn in, but give you guys an idea of what's coming up in the future. Ooh, SO4 has a roguelike mode. Another reason I need to try out Streets of Rage 4. I probably won't do that, because, playing it forever, that sounds dangerous. I normally stream Wednesdays, Sundays, evenings, and then Saturday late afternoons. This Wednesday, because it's my last night back in Virginia before I fly back to LA and resume in-person work. I don't know, I may try and do a short stream, as promised, I was going to try Super Mr. Bumblebee Boy, which is the weird Japanese exclusive game that I found in England, but I got it here, but I can't seem to get it working. And I don't know if it's but it doesn't say it's region locked. I may just have a defective honeybee, which would be just my luck. So we probably won't try that on Wednesday, but we may do a short stream. And then Saturday, we'll do Short Horror Saturday. We'll probably find something a little less terrifying or a little more terrifying than 7-foot-tall rabbits from hell. And then Sunday is my birthday, and I haven't decided what I'll do yet. But I'll probably try and do something fun. And that probably won't be too long of a stream. So a whole lot of I don't know what I'm doing next. But then after that, I think we'll start some longer games, because I haven't played any really good adventure games. And, your birthday's Saturday, just before mine. Oh, that's awesome, Ems, is he? Yeah. Go Capricorn Squad. But I do want to start playing longer games again and try to balance the adventure and action games more like I was. And I've got a few I want to play. I know I plan to play either the Delaware St. John series or the Blackwell series in the coming months. On birthday. Yeah. And what else? And you guys can follow me. Let's see who's online to raid. You can follow me on Twitch, but also on Twitter and MySpace, where I post stream announcements and other random things, and sometimes polls. There's a Twitter poll that decided which game to play for Short Horror Saturday when we played Ghostbusters 2. See. I don't think we've rated him for a while, have we? Some old adventure games, some RPGs. Anyway, I always tend to go raiding the same few people. Oh yeah, there was like a couple different versions. We played the DOS version of Ghostbusters 2 Daggers. It was alright. We certainly didn't beat it. I was trying to walk a statue through the streets of New York, relying on a map in the manual. Yeah. We'll probably... Oh, that's right. There, before we raid, one more thing. People often say to me, David, you PC-using panther, what about those of us who don't have computers or consoles? And to them I say, you can play games on your phone. And they say to me, what if we don't have phones? And I say, how are you watching my Twitch stream? And they say, through binoculars. But since I know, I tend to give out PC games when we do game giveaways. So, since we're playing Sega, as a Sega game, and since not everybody has PCs or Macs or consoles, well, anybody who doesn't want to do those can just, all I can say to them is monkey balls. Super monkey balls, handheld, that is. God, the things I end up with. Yeah. Number between 1 and 100. Guess the number, I mail you the game. So, if you're into 1990s LCD handhelds, take a guess. Yeah. And binoculars, telescopes, they're all great ways to watch streams. Yeah. Heck, your local news, if the streamer does something outrageous enough. Shit, I just think I just set a goal for myself. We'll work on that. I like it. The telescope goes well with the new sneaky emote. And well, people are guessing numbers. Well, figure out who to raid. He's been online a while. He's probably almost done. I know I'm not a mathematician, but I honestly don't think that 1,337 is between 1 and 100. Did I say between 100? It's gotta be between 1 and 100. I probably should have said. We're guessing numbers to win a copy of the Super Monkey Ball Handheld Edition. Dangerous Dave. Yeah, he's got a good number of viewers. It always happens. Well, we may have read Mr. STJ before, but he's a cool guy, and he's playing one of the old Sierra Adventure games, which are always wonderful fun. Sometimes hilarious, frequently maddening. Nice. And, okay. And then if there are no more guesses, I'm giving people ample opportunity. I know streams can lag, and buffer, and crash, and blue screen of death, all that good stuff. Chinese rice tea. No, that is the general consensus. Monkey ball. And the number is 16, because we are playing a 16-bit game. This is the way my mind works. And that game looks to be about 2-bit. There's 16, and I believe the winner is Emsisy. Yes, congratulations. So, send me your address, and I'll get this monkey business in the mail soon. Congratulations. Yeah, we'll go ahead and raid. No, you live on Earth. I live on Earth too. I mean, it's practically an asteroid's throw away. No, I'm fine with, shipping things anywhere in the world, because I do game giveaways. I want that to be a way to give back to the community event, everybody around the world. Well, it's such a small thing, it may not end up being that much. But yeah, we can work out the details. Then go ahead and you guys, I wanted to say thank you to everybody for coming out. I know these real hardware streams I don't think I'll be doing them regularly, especially since I won't be near my real hardware for a while now. But they can be kind of weird, so I appreciate people still coming for these. And hey, at least one of the games we played today was a classic. And whether you're chatting or lurking, it means a lot. Oh man. Oh yeah, the same thing, like New Zealand to California. And then sometimes the mail is bad and they'll lose a package for months. And then return back to you and be like, we didn't know where to deliver it, so here it is again. And like, thank you, Friar John. This is how young lovers kill themselves. And the post office is like, sir, just take your goddamn package. Post office has had about enough of me. Okay. We'll raid Mr. TJ, and I will be here again, hopefully on Sunday. Not Sunday. Hopefully on Wednesday with a short stream. Definitely on the weekend. Thank you again for everybody who came out to rage. I hope you have a good day or night or both. Yeah, my pleasure. And all right. So this, I guess the song ended because the Streets of Rage 2 ended. But there might be. Wasn't there a Streets of Rage game after that? Thank you, guys. Having smashed the syndicate, we may idly speculate. Could there ever be a battle more imposing? With a cybernetic man, with a feline in a can, an abusive clown, a Donovan bulldozing. We'll defer to the police to ensure the city's peace, and we may spend years in peaceful aging. Yet we're certain deep inside that our skills shall be applied in another bout of vigilante raging. Then bare your knuckles and punch the punks and thieves, for the Sega is an old street to travel. Then reboot your franchise if that's the only way, for rage is a hard street to travel any day. Hot dog!